man, you're a little banged up. Awesome fight, though. Congratulations.
Absolutely, thanks. I'm not banged up any worse than my last one, so it's something I'm used to. You know, I feel like if I'm not bleeding, I'm not fighting.
You guys were hitting each other with some power shots in there. Did he hit you with anything that really hurt you?
You know, I wouldn't say hurt, stunned. Yes, he hit me harder than I've been hit by anybody else, for sure. You know, and vice versa. I think I hit him harder than he's been hit before. So, yeah, we were swinging for the fences, and that's what I was anticipating, and I was happy to do it. It was a fun fight.
You seem to land your right at will. How was that for you? Did you see it right away and you just kept going for it?
Yeah, you know, my right hand is for whatever reason. I mean, the Jorgensen fight, this fight, it seems like it lands, it finds its home with accuracy, and I mean, it lands hard. So you know, that's always my go-to punch is that right hand, and it seems that whenever I throw it with confidence, it lands.
You came into the UFC and you had those first 2 losses, and now you finally feel like you rebounded with the 2 wins that you've had back-to-back?
Yeah, I started off a little rocky, obviously, you know, against good competition, you know, tentatively the number 2 and 3 guys in the world. You know, that being said, I go in there with confidence, and I do what I know that I know how to do, and, you know, I'm going to come out the winner every time if I go in there and be confident.
Were you at all anticipating anything from Pickett based on his nickname, One Punch?
You know, I knew he hit hard. I knew I had a good chin, and you know, there's only one way to find out how good your chin is, and that's to get hit by a hard puncher.
They say you're only as good as your last fight, so where does this put you as far as in the you know, in the mix?
I like to think it puts me up there in the top. You know, I think I'm right where I deserve to be. I think I'm right in the mix. You know, my last 4 opponents have been top 10 guys. You know, given I dropped my first 2, I won my last 2. You know, wherever the bosses put me, you know, that's why they got people that do their job just like I do mine. You know, they put me in the rankings, and wherever they feel that I'm deserved, then I'm happy to be there.
You still feel like you're representing for the WEC guys?
Yeah, I started in the WEC, you know, but I'm a UFC guy now, so you know that's my home is the UFC, and I'll never forget the WEC because that's where I got my start. But you know, I'm a UFC guy, and I'm happy to be here.
Is there anybody in the UFC that you're eyeing to get in there and fight next?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the top dogs, you know, but at the end of the day, it's whoever Dana and Joe and Sean, whoever they want to put me with. Keep me fighting, you're going to keep me happy.
Sure, but stylistically, is there anybody you think you match up good with?
I think I match up well with anybody. I think my takedown defense is top-notch. I think my hands are heavy. I think my hands are sharp and crisp. I think I'm fast. I think I give anybody problems.
Were you surprised that it was a split decision based on your performance?
Yeah, you never know what the judges are going to see. I felt that I won the fight, but again, you know, you could have a fight where you totally dominate and it goes to the judges, and you lose the fight. So you know, you never know what the judges saw. It's hard saying. So you just wait for that announcement, and you're on pins and needles until they announce you as the winner.
With all the steroid allegation or everything that's going on with the steroids, what are your take on PEDs in our sport?
I've always prided myself on nothing but protein. You know, a clean diet, protein. Never touch steroids. Never will touch steroids. I'm not going to do it. If somebody else chooses to do it and they get busted for it, shame on them. It's illegal, so don't do it.
Marijuana, what are your thoughts on that?
Never touched it.
Do you feel like people should be punished equally as you know, as bad as steroids?
I think marijuana is going to slow you down. You know, if anything, you know, again, that's not my decision. Me personally, I'm not going to do it. If somebody else decides to do it and they get caught, again, shame on them. And if the bosses want to punish them for it, then so be it.
Eddie, you got a New Year's resolution?
No, you know, I just I got some home projects that I've been working on for the last few months, and like to get everything buttoned up at home and just kind of enjoy this win and eat some comfort foods finally, and you know, hopefully get back in the cage real soon.
If Urijah wins his next fight, is that something that you'd like to get back?
Again, it's whatever they want to give me. If they feel that, hey, you're going to rematch Urijah, then that's fine. I'm not going to say no to anybody. You know, I'm here to fight the best. I'm here to fight the top, and whatever I got to do to stay fighting and keep pushing me towards that belt.
Have you been impressed with his performances as of late?
Absolutely. I mean, Urijah always. I mean, he comes and he fights hard, and he's hard to finish. He comes to put people away, and you know, he's an athlete. He's strong. He's fast. He's a dangerous opponent. He's dangerous for anybody, and you know, that's why he is where he is. You know, having fought him, I know he's a dangerous opponent, and it's just he stands where he stands because of what he does.
How much would you say you've improved since that last fight?
I think I've improved. I mean, it's night and day difference. You know, I'm just, like I said, coming in with confidence. Not that I didn't come in with confidence before, but I just come in and let my hands fly and don't worry about the takedown. I mean, you saw Brad tried to take me down. I whizzed hard, turned him down, and got back to my feet. So I think my improvements have been leaps and bounds.
And are you comfortable under the big lights?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's coming from the WEC days, and you know, I used to fight in Hammond when I first started. I mean, given there's probably 2,000 people, but still, I mean, being an amateur, not an amateur fighter, but being a local level fighter fighting in front of 2,000 people, that kind of gets you prepped for the bigger shows. You go from 2,000 to 13,000 to, you know, however many. So it's I feel at home.
Can you tell me a little bit about your fight camp? I know it's not like one of the big camps that's out there. So can you talk about the guys that you work with and how much they've helped you develop in this journey that you've had with the UFC?
Absolutely. I train with a gym in Chicago. It's called New Breed Chicago. And I also train at a gym in Hobart, which is right down the road from my house, Duneland Valley Tudo. Duneland has guys like Darren Elkins and Keith Wisniewski, both UFC veterans. And up at New Breed, you know, they're black belt in jiu-jitsus. They're guys who have been to Thailand to train. Just because I'm not in a Jackson's camp or I'm not in a big camp like that, I'm still seeing top tier competition, and these guys are pushing me hard, and you know what I'm doing, it works for me, so I don't see any reason to differ from what I'm doing because it's working.
What's your plan for the New Year's celebration here? Are you going to stay in Vegas, party up, eat at a buffet?
You know, that's everybody always asks you. I'm a homebody. I'm on a plane 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm going home to my dogs, and you know, they're like my children. You know, my mom sent me a picture on my phone of my little puppy. Said, "Oh, he misses you," and you know, it's like your children. You know, I don't have children, so that's like my children. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna spend the New Year's Day with my dogs.